Hello and welcome to my channel all about accountancy, where we convert your accounting problems into solutions. I am your host Professor Tanmaypvttutor, and today I am back with the second episode of What Do You Mean? In my first episode of What Do You Mean, I discussed about bookkeeping, accountancy and their difference. If you have not seen that video yet, or if you wish to rewatch it, I will put a link at the end of this video and in the description box as well. Today I am going to talk about transactions, entries and narrations. So without wasting any time, let us get into today's video. What do you mean by transactions? Any event which involves buying and selling of goods in exchange of money or money's worth is a transaction, and every transaction which is done in the course of business becomes a business transaction. So let me repeat myself. An event which involves buying and selling of goods in exchange of money or money's worth is a transaction, and every transaction which is done in the course of business becomes a business transaction. It is the duty of the businessman to record business transactions. Business transactions can be further divided into monetary transactions, non-monetary transactions and barter transactions. Monetary transactions are those which can be valued in terms of money. Monetary transactions can be further divided into cash transactions and credit transactions. Cash transactions are those in which the cash is paid immediately on the occurrence of the transaction. However, in case of credit transactions, the cash is paid or received with a delay. That is, the payment is not done on the spot. A businessman can record only monetary transactions into the books of accounts. Moving on to non-monetary transactions. Non-monetary transactions are those transactions which cannot be valued in terms of money. Such transactions cannot be recorded into the books of accounts. Finally, coming to the barter transactions. Barter transactions are those in which money is not involved, but money's worth is involved. For example, I am buying goods, but I am not going to pay money. I am going to give something else in place of money, like machinery, furniture, assets, shares, something like that. However, you can record barter transactions into the books of accounts only if they can be valued in terms of money. If your barter transactions cannot be valued in terms of money, then you cannot record them into the books of accounts. So that is all about transactions. Now moving on to entry. What do you mean by an entry? Every business transaction is to be recorded into the books of accounts. So whenever a transaction is recorded into the books of accounts, it becomes an entry. All the business transactions are recorded into the journal first. Hence, a journal is also known as the book of prime entry. That's why an entry is also called a journal entry. Now moving on to our final topic for the day, that is narration. What do you mean by a narration? An entry or a journal entry is recorded into the books of accounts using the dual aspect concept or the double entry system, which says that every debit has a corresponding and equivalent credit. Now a journal entry is recorded using accounting logics. Hence, a journal entry is understood only by those who have some accounting knowledge. People who do not have accounting knowledge have to rely on the summary, and this summary is called a narration. So a narration is basically a translation of a journal entry from its accounting language to the basic language that every layman will understand. Hence, to conclude, a transaction occurs first, which becomes an entry as soon as it is recorded into the books of accounts, and every entry has a summary which is called a narration. I hope you have understood all the concepts in today's video. If you have, then please like and share this video, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you do not miss any uploads. I upload videos every Wednesday and Sunday. If you have any queries or suggestions, you can use the comment box down below. See you in my next video. Till then, this is Professor Tanmaypvttutor signing off. Good luck and take care.